Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. I couldn't believe it, guys. I woke up this morning and I saw the XRP price up to over 37 cents. And, it's remarkable because the rest of the crypto market has not been rallying like XRP. And so, it got me scratching my head. Why is this the case? And are other cryptocurrencies following this trend? Well, here's XRP, guys, on the hourly. Right now trading at about 37.2, so just over 37 cents. You can see that here. If I just bring up, what tool was I going to bring up? Right, it was the price range tool here. You guys can see it did rally roughly 20. And if I were to take it from about the last 24 hours, give or take, 24 hours would bring it to roughly 19-20%. It has come down a little bit though. So right now it's hovering at just over 14.5%. Nevertheless, quite the hike in price. And so, I was looking at other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, and we bring up Bitcoin here on the hourly, and you can see Bitcoin is not seeing the same kind of price action. If I bring up Ethereum, for example, too, you can see Ethereum as well, just, a kind of similar chart pattern to Bitcoin coming out of what is looking like an inverted head and shoulders, so still kind of trying to come out of there. Right now, Ethereum trading at 1,173. And if I bring up other cryptocurrencies like Cardano's ADA, you guys can see it's also just trending here in this support level. So no real breakouts to speak of other than XRP. So it's really got me scratching my head. Is there any other news that we should be paying attention to? Moon Lambo here on Twitter saying XRP just jumped to 37 cents. Many of these buyers undoubtedly purchased because they felt an emotion. They felt FOMO. They copied what others were doing, causing the jump in price. They probably also felt fear when XRP recently hit 29 cents. So that is the other thing that I wanted to mention here. If I just bring up a horizontal line over here, you guys can see if I throw that horizontal line right down here at roughly 30 cents. All right, take that off auto for a second. You guys can see that 30 cents has been a significant level where we've seen the price just kind of bounce off of. It's a psychological level. You can see it over here. It did wick down and around here, but ultimately you can see that inverted head and shoulders, the mini inverted head and shoulders here. 30 cents, a psychological level. I think the XRP community is sick and tired, and we are not going to let XRP get below and hold below 30 cents again. It's just been too long, guys. I'm sure you are in the same boat with me there. So what is going on? They probably also felt the fear when XRP recently hit 29 cents, just highlighting how irrational speculative crypto markets are. So, again, this is a spec market. Usually what we see, though, is we see cryptocurrencies like XRP. I mean, the rest of the market has been following Bitcoin. I also noticed this from Wagner, Wagdog here on Twitter. XRP slides into the number 6 spot in market cap from number 8 in the last 24 hours. Interesting to see the sudden big move in XRP overnight, and I haven't seen any news. Do the whales/elites know something we do not know? So that is the other interesting point here. If I bring up the coin market cap, well, let's take a look at the entire crypto market first as a whole. The entire crypto market up around here at about $937 billion. So it has declined quite a bit. Bitcoin dominance, 42.7%. So Bitcoin dominance also has declined a little bit. And, just bringing it down here, Bitcoin's up roughly 2.1. Ethereum's up a little bit at 5.5%. But XRP down here up 13.6%. Cardano's up 4.6, Solana's up 7.3. XRP, though, one of the highest flyers right now. Oh, wow, look at Polygon, 17.2%. So we're going to see some anomalies. Nevertheless, in the top 10 coins, XRP up significantly, and it has actually jumped 2 spots. So that was the other thing brought up there. It was in the number 8 spot yesterday. Now Cardano is sitting firmly in the number 8 spot, followed by Binance's BUSD, and XRP here now with a market cap of over $18 billion, sitting firmly in the number 6 spot. So what is going on? Is there any rational reason for this? And could the price go lower? Is it going to continue to actually rally? Well, one of the things I think at this point is this level of support here. Are we going to be able to hold this level of support? Is it going to first come down and hold this level and continue to rally, or is it just going to kind of plummet and fall in this range that we've seen it now for about a month, about 3 weeks actually. So these are some interesting questions. What is propping up the market? Well, guys, I saw this from Martin Volk here on Twitter. XRP surges 16% in the past 24 hours, making it the highest percentage gainer amongst the top 10. So according to data by TradingView, we can see XRP price was up to about 38.5 cents, the highest level that it has been since June 11th. And then on Wednesday, June the 22nd, which was a couple days ago, fintech firm Ripple announced the opening of its first office in Canada, which will serve as a key engineering hub. So there was that news as well, the opening the new office. This office, which is located in Toronto, Ontario, will at first have 50 engineers, but the aim is to expand to hundreds of blockchain software engineers, including applied machine learning scientists, data scientists, and product managers. And so here's a quote, guys, from Brad Garlinghouse. Crypto and blockchain present an incredible opportunity for engineers to tackle different problems with the potential for these solutions to impact the movement of value around the world. Nearly every financial institution is coming up with its crypto strategy to take advantage of this technology that will underpin our future global financial systems. So this is big right now. Brad Garlinghouse and crew is in Toronto opening this office. But, it had me scratching my head because I feel like, we get this kind of news all the time. Ripple partnering with big players and, there's all kinds of news where Ripple is opening offices. Like just last year, they opened an office in Miami and Dubai, and we really didn't see price correlate to those openings. So I'm wondering, is the Toronto thing something a little different? I talked a little bit about the Toronto opening in a video I did yesterday, and if you guys didn't catch that, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. The quote, though, continues by going on to say, crypto is one of the most thrilling industries to work in, so it's no surprise that talent is leaving tech incumbents and traditional finance to enter this space. We are continuing to scale and invest our business by expanding our presence globally with our first office in Toronto. Ripple's blog post pointed out that in the past 1 year period, Ripple has opened new offices in key cities, like I mentioned, Miami and Dublin. I think it was Dubai, or is it Dublin? Maybe it was Dublin, actually. At Ripple, we are a team building breakthrough crypto solutions to unlock greater economic opportunities for everyone. And so we're excited to open in Toronto, guys. Here is a photo from an event from yesterday. As we all know, talent isn't centralized. Great talent can be found anywhere globally. Brad Garlinghouse welcomed everyone at the Ripple Effect event here in Toronto and shared his excitement for opening the new Toronto Engineering Hub. Okay, so there is the Toronto news. It does still leave me with more questions. Is this the reason we are seeing, FOMO take place? Again, it could also be that, right? It could also just be that there were a few purchasers of XRP, saw that it was hovering around, just going slightly below 30 cents. That triggered a buying event, and then perhaps some XRP community members FOMO'd in and got it all the way up to 38.5, almost 39 cents. So that could also be it. Again, by no means is this a huge moonshot pump, 20%, not huge in crypto. So there's that. I also noticed that David Schwartz just published a new blog post regarding the first DEX. The XRP Ledger, the world's first DEX, presents a huge opportunity to expand on its promise of fast, affordable liquidity. So guys, another development here posted by David Schwartz. If liquidity is the lifeblood of crypto, then the decentralized exchange, or DEX, is the beating heart and the center of the XRP Ledger, pumping fast, low-cost, and expansive liquidity throughout the network. The world's first established decentralized exchange, or the XRPL DEX, enables anyone on the ledger to directly and efficiently buy, sell, or trade any asset, including stablecoins, XRP, other digital assets, and physical units of value like gold, without using an intermediary such as a bank or other financial institution. In the simplest of terms, the XRPL DEX is a central limit order book. Sellers set prices for assets, buyers issue purchase orders, and the DEX matches the two to finalize the transactions. Because there is no central party, all the orders are treated equally and fairly, giving every participant the same rate, thus the same opportunity. And so just down here in this article, it talks a little bit more about some of the details regarding the XRPL DEX. And if you guys are interested, I will link this in the description of the video. The XRPL is also carbon neutral and uses a validation and security algorithm called federated consensus, which is more energy efficient than proof of work blockchains. This removes the possibility of front running by participants or miners due to the ledger's lack of mining and non-deterministic transaction confirmations. So also note here, talking about the environmentally friendly nature of the XRPL, a central talking point, I think, in a lot of ways to why this type of technology is going to be favored, I think, over more energy consumptive blockchains. So, I mean, I don't know. This is, again, some more techie stuff coming from the mind of David Schwartz, just giving us an update on the XRPL ledger. And again, you know, over the years, we've seen all kinds of these updates and developments, and that hasn't really spurred on price appreciation for the XRP token. So, you know, the other thing that's coming to mind, it's pretty comical that the SEC is suggesting that XRP investors were relying on the efforts of Ripple to raise the price of XRP. Meanwhile, I'm here doing videos thinking to myself, why the heck is this price raised? I mean, it could be this, but that hasn't usually happened. And, well, it could be this. And, you know, we're just kind of brainstorming why this is, because there is no real concrete answer to this, at least not that I can see really obviously at this moment in time. Maybe I'm just daft. Put it down in the comments, though, if you guys are thinking of, you know, another possible reason as to why we are seeing this. Okay, so since Brad Garlinghouse is in Toronto, I thought I'd bring this up as well. This brought to us by Cointelegraph here on Twitter. I don't think it's the Wild West at all. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse thinks the SEC isn't painting crypto in the right light. Now, this was at a collusion event that is also happening in Toronto at this moment. This is Brad Garlinghouse speaking at that event. Listen to this.
There's other regulators. I mean, you know, Gary Gensler, the chair of the SEC, has been prone to say the crypto is the Wild West. I mean, I don't know what he means by that. I mean, Ripple as a company is regulated both in the United States and other global regulators in a whole bunch of different ways. So I don't think it's the Wild West at all. I think crypto certainly is a volatile asset class, but it's also worth noting that, you know, from the NASDAQ composite hit a peak right before COVID and then was down 55% after COVID. And, you know, by comparison, crypto's down maybe 65%. You know, all asset classes have a certain volatility. I don't think it's a regulator's job to determine how that volatility should be, you know, accessed by consumers, by businesses, what have you.
So Brad here coming on with the same talking points that we've heard him talk about in the past, just with regulations, and he doesn't actually think crypto at this moment in time is the Wild West at all, and that Gary Gensler has a bit of an antiquated idea of crypto. Maybe he's using his 2018 brain and thinking about it in the same light as it was back in those days, the old days. So cryptocurrency is coming to its own. Brad Garlinghouse has made that abundantly clear. And, you know, the developments with regards to Ripple, with regards to XRP, over the past several years, it's always been moving in the same positive direction. So I don't actually feel like, I mean, despite the SEC lawsuit, that's kind of the only blemish there, where there is a touch of uncertainty. But, you know, following this lawsuit very closely, I think we can all safely say Ripple has a very good case here. And I mean, when that lawsuit was originally brought upon Ripple, we did initially see that huge dip when the rest of cryptocurrencies were still rallying. So we've already kind of hit the brunt of what happened there, and we still climbed out of it. XRP reaching an inter-year high at that time of almost $1.97 before it came back down with the rest of cryptocurrencies in this bearish trend. So regulation, I mean, it is part of this, but again, not really seeing how that is necessarily affecting price today. Also notice this, guys, Brad has been a busy boy. This coming from Digital Asset Investor here on Twitter. Brad Garlinghouse's BNN interview. This interview was just yesterday, so he did this interview from Toronto. I'm just going to play you guys a clip of this. I'm going to start it about halfway through. I will link it in the description, though, if you want to watch the full 7 minutes. Didn't want to play the full thing because a lot of what he says is kind of just general crypto talk. Anyway, let me play you guys this.
I mean, look, John, you and I have known each other a long time. There's a reason I have this gray hair, and it certainly is a benefit at times like this to be able to say, I've seen this before. We are investing. We're continuing to hire at a time when I think there's a lot of fear, and a lot of people are pulling back.
Well, let's stay on that theme. Presumably you're looking for some folks with less gray hair as you hire this engineering team in Canada. Tell us a little bit more about what gives you the confidence to build, to hire in Canada at a time when we have heard some headlines from the industry that are more focused on things like layoffs.
Look, I think you described me in your intro as a long-time tech executive, and I tried not to take offense to that, but you're right. I've seen some of this, and one of the things that's really changed, I think, is tech talent. Really, there's kind of I don't want to call it a monopoly, but a lot of concentration in Silicon Valley, and that is not true today. the tech talent you have here in Toronto is really outstanding. Between Waterloo University, the Toronto Metropolitan University, you have some amazing engineers, some talent that we want to bring into the blockchain and crypto industry. So Ripple announced we're building our first Canadian office here in Toronto with a plan to, as quickly as possible, hire 50 engineers here locally. We're really excited about it, and so far the reception has been really, really strong.
All right, before I let you go, one of the other issues we've seen, whether crypto was up or down, is the regulatory environment. And
okay, I'm just going to stop it there. Again, I will link this in the description of the video. The regulatory environment, we kind of touched on a little bit. We kind of already know where Brad stands on that. But again, just with regards to opening the office in Canada, it's getting me thinking more and more, compared to what is happening with other cryptocurrency companies. Like we just heard news the other day too, that Coinbase was shutting down its pro trading platform. So what does that tell you? It tells you that there weren't enough clients on the Pro platform in order to justify its existence in its current form. And I believe what they were saying was, we are going to now migrate the Pro platform back to the original platform. So that doesn't look good on companies like Coinbase. Coinbase also laying people off. Compared to Ripple, they are hiring, they are forming new partnerships, they are going to be part of a new financial future, while everyone else is floundering and scrambling to pick up the pieces of their company and maybe of their lives. So, I guess this all just speaks to why I think a lot of us think that XRP should be a lot higher in price than it even is today, just based on this alone, that it should be decoupling from the rest of the speculative crypto market, and yet we still have not seen that happen. So there was also this with regards to a coding challenge. Can you decode the code to get to know the incredible engineering talent in Toronto? Ripple is hosting a decode/code challenge that kicks off on the 24th, which is today. 72-hour timed contest where participants will be tasked with decoding algorithms and ciphers using a range of techniques. The first person to solve all three challenges will win $20,000. So Ripple even enticing Canadian developers. I think this is to promote their Canadian office, Canadian engineers, developers to decipher codes for this particular challenge. Whether you're a tenured engineer or just getting your toes wet, you may have what it takes to decode the code and win the challenge prize. So $20,000 there. Again, just, in promotion of what is going on in Toronto. This is really the only kind of event taking place at this moment in time where I can see why price is rallying. There are some negative news pieces out there with a bearish tint as well. This also from Martin Volk here. XRP price rally stalls near a key level that last time triggered a 65% crash. So this article here, not going to go into it in detail, but just kind of describing the technical analysis where, they've noticed in the past. What's happening now on the chart is actually what had occurred before a crash of 65% for XRP. So despite, the positive uptick, here they're saying that XRP could actually break down. The downside scenario on XRP's shorter time frame chart comes in line with giant bearish setups on its longer time frame chart. As Cointelegraph covered earlier, XRP has entered a breakdown stage after exiting its descending triangle structure in early May. As a rule of technical analysis, its triangle breakdown should have it fall by as much as the structure's maximum height, which puts the downside target near, and I think this is a typo because I think it is supposed to say 18.6, so 18.5 cents roughly. If you take a look down here on the chart, you can see that they're projecting that breakdown would actually hit this key level of support over here from back in mid-2020. Okay, so they're projecting 18.5 cents. But I mean, that again too, I mean, it really all is going to depend on what the rest of the crypto market does. Although we are not seeing XRP today move in conjunction with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's still relatively flat. Most other altcoins are relatively flat. The last thing though that I wanted to bring up, guys, was XLM, which we know is a very, very similar cryptocurrency to XRP. And you can see XLM is also seeing a bit of pep in their step. So also rallying since yesterday in the last 24 hours or so. We could see that XLM had gone as high as about 13.5%, and now it's sitting at about 11% up over the last 24 hours. So similar to XRP in structure. Of course, the measured move for XRP is greater. Could it be that perhaps the Toronto news is creating a little more buzz than we originally anticipated and is affecting the price for XRP? Or is it something completely different that is just going over our heads Tell me down in the comments what you guys think, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.